Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW Classic TBC and our Human Mage playthrough. Today we're going to be kicking things off in Stranglethorn Vale. Yesterday I got the flight point here, so that's good to go. Everything else is taken care of. The bags have been emptied. I put some stuff up on the auction house. I stored some of the linen and the wool that we have because that would only sell for 15 silver a stack. And I figure maybe we just hold on to it, and maybe one day the market needs some linen and wool, and we'll be able to sell it for a markup. As one does sometimes. We're going to take some of these quests here to have a look at them, but we're mainly going to focus on doing the hunting quest for Nessingwary's camp. But let's see what we have.
Well met.
I do most of the cooking at the camp, and it used to be a lot of work until I bought a mechanical cooking pot from a goblin merchant in Booty Bay. The pot is a wonder. It saved me countless hours until it broke. Take the pot to the goblin for me and see if he can fix it. His name is Krazik.
Be careful.
It's an interesting way to breadcrumb us down to Booty Bay. Fix somebody's cook pot.
Well met.
What is her... I just want to read her flavor text. You watch where you step around here. You might not be part of our outfit, but that doesn't mean I won't take a cane to you if you fall out of line. Jeez. That's a friendly welcome. We're fighting a losing battle with Colonel Curzon. Not only is he a brilliant tactician, he outnumbers us at least 10 to 1. To survive, we need to use his own covert tactics against him. Enter his camp to the east and kill his men. Lots of them. Is that a covert tactic? I don't know if, like, just flat out killing lots of guys is a covert tactic. You can do it covertly, I suppose, if you're like a rogue, but when you end up with 15 dudes dead, like, you're gonna notice, you know?
Be careful.
Okay, what else do you got?
Hey there.
Bad medicine. To have a chance against Curzon, we need his healing support neutralized. He's gathered a large number of medicine men who heal his forces with jungle remedies and poison our fighters with venom fern extracts. We need those remedies and extracts for our own.
Safe travels.
Fair enough. What do you have? What do we need? We just got Conjure Water, which is going to be better than anything we can buy until level 35. So we should be good there. And I thought we just got new food as well. Is this the newest food that we have? Rank 4. Yeah, okay. So we should be good there. Still got some teleport runes, although I do need to fill these up next time I'm in a major city or anywhere with a reagent vendor. Who else has a quest for us here? Jungle Secrets. Am I just losing my mind, or is Questy having an issue?
Hello.
Is this somebody who paths up and down the trail, perhaps? Because it says that it would be level 33, so it's not that situation where it's a gray quest and we can't see it. Huh. Okay. Well then. Yeah, it has to be something where a person paths and they have the quest. Let's go have a look. Huh. Yeah, very weird. He's nowhere to be seen right now. It's possible that since he's a, you know, he would be PvP flagged, maybe a Horde member killed him? That, I guess, could happen. We will check again before we go do anything else. Speak with Lieutenant Doran at the Rebel camp. So it's like a breadcrumb you might find to lead you to the camp? So maybe not essential, but still a little bit weird that we can't find him. Okay, anyway, let's head over to Nessingwary here. Of course. Let's start things off right by, you know, immediately getting dismounted. And then having our blink fail us as we try to blink off of a hill. The game just could not handle that.
What can I do for you?
Welcome to Stranglethorn. Perhaps you're not aware of this, but that dwarf over there is the son of the one and only Hemet Nezingwary, renowned war hero of the Alliance and master game hunter.
Off with you.
Oh, we were aware.
Hi.
Hi.
See you soon.
What happened there exactly? There we go. Okay, Raptor Mastery.
Watch your back.
I think we all know what's involved here.
What can I do for
Tiger Mastery,
Light be with
Panther Mastery,
How are you?
Green Hills of Stranglethorn. Oh, geez. You guys know I'm not doing that quest. And I know we could probably just go buy all the pages on the auction house, but I am just not going to do it. Alright, so we're going to start off looking for young tigers. I probably want to cross the river, actually. I like getting the panthers out of the way first, because sometimes they're harder to find. And I kind of like starting there. That being said, we might be able to just fight our way across. Let's go this way. Sometimes there will be a couple panthers on this side. Yeah, there's one down here. That's not really where I wanted to start off the fight. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and get some buffs going on ourselves. That would be smart. And let's not forget the skin. Heavy leather. We're already into heavy leather. That's kind of amazing. Light leather's still selling for 3 gold a stack. I wonder what heavy leather sells for. It would be nice to be able to farm a resource that's like at level with me, so while I'm farming I could also be getting some experience. Wouldn't mind that. And medium leather only sells for like 70 or 80 silver, so medium leather does not sell as well as light leather. I did realize that when I went out to Menethil Harbor the other day, I did not grab the flight points. Yikes, I know. So at some point I'm going to have to make that run again. I'll be doing that by myself this time, in shame. And yeah, I think we definitely need it, because I think when we go to Dustwallow, I'm pretty sure it's going to be by taking a boat from Menethil. Let's cross over here and see if we can find some more panthers. Oh, we were so close to being able to skin that one. That's a shame. It looks like there are quite a few panthers up. I don't see any players out today farming these out. Kind of the way we experienced on the Rogue. Alright, well someone has been through here. Skinning is at 180 out of 225. I want to make sure that we don't accidentally max that out again without realizing it. I did put myself in the queue for Scarlet Monastery Library and Armory. Don't really know what the odds are of getting a group, but it is a Saturday today. And it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon here where I'm at. So there's some chance, I suppose. The other thing is I would then be hoping that someone could summon us, because we don't even have the South Shore flight point. But if we did get a summon out there, I would use that as an opportunity to, after the run, get the South Shore flight point. And that would be a nice to have as well. It does seem kind of rude to use a group as a summon, but, you know, I do want to do the dungeon as well. We just haven't ran out through the Arathi Highlands or anything yet. I guess I never finished this. I don't remember where we were at in the chain, actually. And I don't know if I'm going to be going back to Duskwood or not. I'm kind of, once I get into Stranglethorn, for me, that's like mid-game of leveling, you know? The early zones, Elwind, Westfall, Red Ridge, Duskwood, that's like early game, right? I feel like once you step into Stranglethorn, you're in like the mid-game of leveling. You're thinking about getting through Stranglethorn and some of those later zones you're going to go to. And with the experience buff, I'm okay if we're not doing 100% completion in every zone. I don't think we will be able to anyway. And I just want to focus on doing what's most enjoyable at the time. And I was definitely ready to come here and start working on these kill quests. I actually enjoy these still, no matter how many times I do them. Because they're just kind of cathartic, and you can just get into a good rhythm sometimes and enjoy the music and the scenery. Kill a bunch of cats. Sounds bad, but in World of Warcraft it feels good. Kind of liking the rotation of the Mage too. Is very, very simple. Obviously most of a lot of what we're doing is frostbolting. I like that because I have to focus less on not tunneling on my action bar, which is something on the Warrior that I really had to train myself not to do. Like, I had to train myself to, like, learn when I needed to press buttons and not have to be looking down here. And on the Mage, it's really easy not to really look down there. And I enjoy being able to spend all of my time looking up here at the game. This is where you guys can insert the jokes about all the stuff I miss while I'm supposedly looking at the game. That definitely still happens. Looks like these will be our last two. What I would be curious to know is if we sheep something without damaging it first, does sheeping it tag it for us? Or could another player come up, break the sheep, and take the tag on the mob? That would be like the inner workings of sheep that I would be interested to know about if one of you guys knows. Because I've often thought to use sheep to like tag my next target. Especially in areas with a lot of players who are kind of farming something out. That was a nice resist, kind of foiled my plan there. Wand it is. Yeah, this place must be empty today. This is as many panthers as I've ever seen while doing this quest. Well, 38 people at the level range. Alright, that's 10 out of 10. I'm gonna hold off on some of the Curzon stuff, I think. I want to focus on the introductory kill quest first. Maybe get a level before we're going to fight Curzon's people. Come back over to this side of the river now, and we will look for our young tigers. Oh, hello there. You are a regular Stranglethorn Tiger that we don't particularly need. I don't know how I missed you, or where you came from exactly. We're gonna spend more time skinning other people's kills than actually fighting if I keep this up. Which is not a bad thing. We are kind of just waiting on respawns right now anyway. I don't see any living enemies. There's one over here. Just when I was talking about how there didn't seem to be that many people around, right? There just weren't that many people who needed panthers right then. We got really lucky. Well, he broke out of that right away. I do want to run an SM library. If that is a thing that can happen, I would very much love to. It would be nice to get any kind of gear upgrades, to be honest. Do we want to turn the Panther one in yet? I mean, we could, but we could just finish this. Turn them both in together. Try to be social today. And yes, that's about the extent of it. Just need a tank. Good luck with that. That could take a little while. Yeah, this wand is not powerful enough to really rely on unless we're willing to take a bit of damage ourselves. I do need to get down to Booty Bay at some point. They have a couple of quests that are low level, and I want to turn in a fine mess. We have the breadcrumb here. We have supply and demand for 2 large river crocodile skins. Could be something we could do at this level, and those guys are hanging out right here by the camp.
What can I do for you? Go with honor, friend.
Need help? Farewell.
Let's head to the west a little bit. We'll go up onto the plateau over there, and that's where we'll find the next ranks of panthers and tigers. These trolls we don't need yet as an alliance player. Although there will be quests that are down in Booty Bay to pick up that will probably have us get some parts from trolls. Probably not as many as there were on the Horde side of things, I wouldn't think. Oh, you did not get frozen. Bad kitty. There we go. There's frostbite triggering on that 5% chance. That was actually pretty cool. What did we pick up? A hunter, shaman, priest. So we're looking for a tank still at this point. Which is obviously going to be the hardest role to fill. And as I say that, we fill it. Night Elf Druid. That'll be interesting. They have Swipe. I don't know if they have many other AoE abilities to let them get threat on groups, so we might be doing a lot of single target. Someone is at Stone. Someone is on the way from South Shore. That sounds amazing. It sounds like we can keep doing exactly what we're doing. And we'll get that summon. And I'm going to remind myself mentally about 1,000 times that after the run, I need to run out. And I need to take some time, and I need to go down to South Shore, and I need to get that flight point. And then I'll probably just do the circuit. I'll probably just go from South Shore into the Arathi Highlands. I'll get the flight point there at Refuge Point. And then I guess I could make my way into the wetlands and, you know, actually get the Menethil Harbor flight point. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of running to do after this run. A lot of travel. But that's okay. It'll give me an opportunity to get several flight points that we just absolutely need. similar to how I've been doing other dungeons, I'll just keep this dungeon as part of this episode. I'm not going to try to break them out or anything like that. What I will always try to do is, in the play bar, I'll try to put a time marker, a timestamp where you can jump right to the dungeon. Or avoid that footage entirely, if you want to do that. That's what I will try to be consistent about for those videos where we do a run. Everyone seems to be in a pretty good level range too. Nobody's too over level, so we should get some pretty decent kill experience in the dungeon. Maybe we'll hit level 34, we'll have to see. Oh, we're out of mana. How neat. I'm totally paying attention to my mana. That tells you that we've been able to go quite a while without needing to drink because I forgot to pay attention. Now we will eat and drink to full, and I will drink some coffee because maybe I need to gain some more mental alertness before this run. Do I want to focus on the Panthers? I mean, we could. We're going to have to come back to this area anyway. At least I don't think we're going to have enough time to finish all of these quests before they get us summoned. Even having to run from South Shore, well, it might take a little bit of time, but... passing Undercity now. Okay, so we have a couple minutes, but not enough time to get everything that we need here. It would be really great to see, like, just some quality of life stuff put into Classic. Just, you know, things like when you think about, well, you know, the Alliance could really use a closer flight point. I guess you could get the one in Chilwyn Camp, but you have to go through a really high-level area to do that. Western Plaguelands. Yeah, you can get this one here, which is pretty close, right? It's kind of close. You gotta run through like level 50 mobs to do that, and you're gonna die a lot, typically. Like, give them a flight point at the Bulwark, or I don't know what the little area is called, like, right here, basically, where you pass in. I feel like the Alliance could have a flight point on one side or the other, and that would be neat. Same thing with being able to do Shadowfang Keep. Maybe reworking South Shore so that you go there around level 23, 25, similar to how the Horde go to Hillsbrad in that level range. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like there's definitely stuff they can do to just not make the leveling experience easier, because, you know, the availability of a dungeon is not going to necessarily affect the ease of the leveling experience. But just to make it less friction for those who really love doing dungeons and love seeing that content on both factions. Make it a little bit easier. You know, and maybe the Horde can get a flight point somewhere near Dead Mines. I don't know, is there a zone nearby where we could put a flight point for the Horde and they can do a little quest chain to open it up, and that way they have the option to do Dead Mines. Can we get the Alliance closer to Wailing Caverns? There's all kinds of things that you could do to, like, let the other faction enjoy what is a lot of times a faction-specific instance. Obviously, like Ragefire Chasm, I don't know how you get Alliance people in the Ragefire Chasm without the random looking for group tool. You really can't do it. It's in the city. Same thing with Stockades. So, like, I'm okay with, like, Stockades and Ragefire Chasm being, like, specific to their faction, but I feel like the rest of the dungeon should be a little bit easier. Mainly for the Alliance to get to, but in the case of Dead Mines, then the Horde has a really hard time getting there. Alright, what do we need? We are 10 out of 10 on Panthers. Do we want to hunt raptors? I guess we could. We probably don't have a lot of time. But summons are coming. Okay. Summons are coming now. I think I'm just gonna chill here for a second. What we'll do is we'll make some water. Oh, there's our summon. Alright. Excellent. Alright, so to recap, we have a priest, we have a shaman, we have a hunter, and we have a druid tank. Should be good. I mean, if we're gonna fight this stuff, let's just kill it then. Sorry, I had a text message I had to check. Alright, let's turn this on. Yeah, I feel like we might have to stick with single target here. The tank is also kind of pulling smaller groups, so... We'll try to do... Yeah, we'll try to do this on 3 or more, but it's gonna be difficult with a druid. It's not their fault. They just don't have a lot of AoE. Pull this guy to the tank and lay off him for a minute. Well, we're so I can evocate. I want to make sure no one's hitting me first. Yeah, everyone's good. Okay, yeah, I think I keep wanting to do some AoE, but I really think we're just gonna have to single target this out. And we're So let's go ahead and revert to the wand here. And now we need to get all of our mana back.
Release the hounds!
Well, some gloves with 8 agility, 8 strength on them, not bad. Yeah, I don't feel nearly as effective without being able to do some kind of AoE. Maybe that's the trade-off of the Frost Mage. I feel like my DPS is okay on a single target, but obviously, like, I'm going out of mana. Yeah, I don't know. Not really feeling the compatibility with the Druid tank as much as even a Warrior, but especially a Paladin who can easily hold threat on multiple targets after a second. It's just that as soon as we lay down any kind of AoE, we're going to pull somebody with only swipe hitting them. We're going to pull somebody. I'm gonna sit and drink to full this time. I feel like I'm not drinking to full and I'm having to drink every single pull. Which I really don't want to be doing, but... I wonder if I should be using Fire Blast even. It seems like such a large amount of mana for really no great reason. Maybe I'm just gonna stick to Frostbolt only on single target. Maybe we finish them off with a Fire Blast, like right there at the end of their health might be okay. That's still creating another global cooldown, during which I could be casting the next Frostbolt on the next target. Every mob in here Hojes. H-O-J-S. I don't know what that means. I feel like it has a negative connotation. Run all over the place and pull more stuff. Why? Why would a tank run all over the place and pull more stuff if they can only hold threat on a single target? That's, like, terrible advice. Not really a lot we can do out of mana. I did try to just rebuff there, but it was obviously like a bad time to do that. Maybe we'll wait a second here for some of us to get some mana back. Maybe not. At this point, I guess I'm just willing to accept that my drink button is part of my rotation. And that's okay. I could deal with that. I'm definitely going to take the opportunity to interrupt the mana burn. I don't know who that's going to go out on, but we have a lot of mana users. So, yeah. Well, that's nice. Somebody shared a quest. Where does this turn in? Iron Forge. Item is being used. Okay, we'll try again. There we go. That's cool. Didn't have any quest for here. Alright, looks like he wants to pull them out back into this room, which is fine. I'll try to do a little bit of AoE here. Well, that didn't really work. Okay, cool, cool, cool. This guy is healing himself. He has a regen on him. I can't get through it with just my wand alone. He's now back in the fight. I hope that Druid tanks get more tools in Wrath of the Lich King. I know eventually they got like a Maul ability. Not Maul. Was it Maul, the one that would like hit multiple targets? And they got some kind of like Ground Pound. I feel like eventually they got a couple more abilities that let them hit multiple targets. Mangle? Did Mangle hit multiple targets? Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I know eventually they made Druid tanking a little bit easier when it came to tanking groups. And I thought it was in Wrath. I thought I remembered like... I had a Druid in Wrath that ended up going healer, but I feel like I tanked 5-mans. And it wasn't as bad as it had been, like, in life previous to Wrath, so... I hope that for Druids they get something. Because it does seem like a hard knock life trying to be a Druid tank when it comes to, like, tanking groups. They're probably excellent boss tanks. It's because I'm pretty sure they have a massive health pool. Oh, you're still alive. Hello. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to hit 34 in here. Maybe. It might be close. I guess we don't have too many more rooms to pull. I forget that library is a pretty small run compared to how many mobs that you have to take out in a place like Cathedral. I will say though that life as a DPS when it comes to doing dungeons is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's really easy to just be kind of passive, to put yourself in the queue, and if you're going to be playing for a couple hours, you're probably going to find at least one group. Yeah, you're not going to be able to sit there and probably run like back-to-back-to-back dungeons when you're pugging it, but you can definitely get on and say, yeah, I want to run this, put yourself in the queue, go do some other stuff, and eventually you're probably going to get an invite. And I really didn't think it was going to work out that way, but it has. We've even gotten here, a place that we never really had a hope of traveling to on our own. We knew we weren't going to put a group together for it on our own, but here we are. So some of my opinion about the current way the looking for group is designed has kind of changed. I think that the current design fails when you have somebody critical leave the group and you're mid-run. It's just really hard to fill a spot when you're mid-run when somebody leaves. Especially in bigger dungeons. Like here it wouldn't be a big deal, it's not a long run out, but Nomergon, man, that took a while too. We went through like 2 people before we found somebody. Pretty sure we replaced, and that person left, then we had to replace again before we finally had someone who was gonna finish the run with us. And the run out of Nomergon to get back to the stone was kind of big. Now this guy does some kind of AoE that I don't really think that I want to like be in the room for. So I'm gonna kind of be back here. Maybe he's not going to do it? Oh, he's going to do it. And there he goes. We're going to roll need on both of these things and see if we win anything. And we're going to make sure we grab the key here. We got the mantle, and I think the priest got the staff. So, That's how that works out. That's not bad. Hey, at least we got something. Let's go ahead and equip those. Pretty cool looking. This guy basically like always drops the staff, so we could always run it again. I would do another right now, actually. But I'm going to do a cut here. If this gets together, I might record the second run, and we'll see how it goes. It's a little bit slow with a druid tank, no fault of their own. They did a really great job, but just the way the class is, you kind of have to pull really slowly through here. So I don't know if I'll record another one, but I think if these guys go again, I might do another. I may record it, I may not, but we'll see. Alright, I am going to record this one too. It's a 30-minute run, so pretty quick run. Episode will probably be like an hour and a half altogether with the Stranglethorn stuff and 2 runs, but yeah. Sometimes it's interesting to do a back-to-back run of Scarlet Monastery stuff. I would much rather do a back-to-back run of a shorter dungeon and have a little break between a little reset than to do like a 2-hour dungeon like Nomergon. I prefer the 30 to 45 minute 5-man dungeons. If you have a big raid, like, it takes a long time to clear, I like that. Like, Ulduar was one of my favorite raids, and doing a full clear of Ulduar took time. It took lots of time. Even if you were clearing the bosses pretty consistently, it still took time. Nope, not that guy. Let's target the right people before we start firing off frostbolts here. I feel like we might be best served to line of sight them into this hallway almost. At least the hunter pet is... Oh, this guy is taking healing or something. The Scarlet Tracking Hound is getting healed up. Alright, I am We're gonna have to go ahead and evocate here. We need to prioritize the adepts. Hey, at least the pet could tank this one back here pretty easily. Now, they were an adept, so they were probably throwing heals out occasionally, but... what are you gonna do? I'm gonna need on that. I'm going to equip it as soon as we can. I'm going to sit here for a minute. We're going to get all of our mana back. I did make a bunch of water, was able to trade people a couple of stacks. So now I'm just going to work drinking right into the rotation right when the last enemy goes down. We're probably going to drink even if it's only for a couple of seconds. It's definitely necessary, even doing a mostly single target rotation. We will let the tank do what he needs to do and get the guy into position here. We're not pulling him into the room. Okay, here he comes. That's good. Yeah, I guess the priest is referring to it feeling weird not putting up like a power word shield. You really don't want to do that on people who need rage. Oh, the tank is a little bit of a low level to be in here. That's true. What I found on the warrior was that it often helped to be one of the higher level people in the group. It got pretty tough sometimes to be the one underlevel person. The druid is not underlevel, but the enemies are a bit higher level than he is, so yeah, his hit rate is going to be not as good as it would be if he were also level 33, right? It just makes it really hard on a tank. We need to make things easier on tanks, because the world needs tanks very badly. The other important thing I'm seeing about the mage, especially single targeting, is knowing when I'm going to want to switch off to a different target, like when that last cast is going to be a waste. Because yeah, sometimes you can wind up a frostbolt, the enemy dies, you just wasted 2 seconds for nothing. 2.5 seconds at this point. Let's grab something that might actually help us a little bit here. We'll increase the critical strike damage, or do we want to increase critical strike chance? I feel like I want more chance to crit, and then once we have the highest possible chance to crit, then we'll increase our crit damage, right? Let's probably take the hounds out first if we're gonna do single target stuff here. We do have Icy Veins going, so we are not going to suffer knockback, but we are going to suffer damage. Him to die. Six intellect, 3 spirit. I'm gonna roll need on that as well. We lost that one to the healer. Yeah, we're gonna sit this one out and get all of our mana back, I think. Pretty sure the enhancement shaman likely pulls a lot more threat than we do. Sometimes I see them crit, and a big chunk of the enemy's health disappears, and then the enemy's attacking them basically immediately. Well, this is kind of a big pull. Yeah, just facing the wrong way, no big deal. We got all of our ice spells put on cooldown for a couple seconds there. Plus 11 to frost damage. It's almost worth it. Tempted to grab that. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna love it. Yeah, I think a flat 11 plus damage is probably better than just the 6 stamina. I mean, stamina's great if we're getting hit. We really don't want to be getting hit. So yeah, that's a cool, unique item that's like really just good for a frost mage, obviously. I like that. That's the first time I've really been able to equip like a specialty piece of gear in Classic that's like just for my spec. That wouldn't benefit a priest, or a warlock, or even a fire mage or arcane mage. Very cool. The great thing about this place for a clothy is that I'm pretty sure this last boss basically only drops caster gear. Shoulders, robes, and staff are really all I've ever seen drop. Could be that he has a ring or something obscure, but if he does, I've never seen it. I could check his loot table. You know, I have this awesome thing called an add-on. He has a dagger, well that's also an intellect dagger. See, that would be the one thing that we would not be able to use. We can't equip daggers. So the dagger is definitely what's going to drop this time. Dagger will drop. I don't think anybody can use the dagger, except maybe the shaman if they wanted an intellect dagger. Alright, here we go. Let's see what he has in store for us this time. I'm gonna try to stay back here.
Burn in righteous fire.
It's kind of a waste of icy veins. Guess the boss just really isn't up long enough. I can use some of it now. If I can target him properly. That was kind of a bust. Didn't really get to do a lot there. The illusionary rod. Yeah, we'll take that. We will pass on those. And there we go. That's awesome. 15 int, 7 stam, better than 5 int, 11 spirit for us. So, yeah, really happy with that. And that's going to be it for today, guys. A double run of library, a little bit of questing and Stranglethorn. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. A special thank you to those of you who have clicked that join button on YouTube and who support me on Patreon. It is that kind of direct support that will help me keep doing this long into the future, I hope. So, thank you guys so much to those that do. Everybody take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we'll see you back here again sometime soon. Bye now.